For this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Great Smoky Mountain Wheel, located here in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Well, if you watch this channel, you'll know that I'm a huge fan of Tennessee. I spend a ton of time in Pigeon Forge. There's just so many great attractions in Tennessee in general. I don't know if I've spent more time in Pigeon Forge or Orlando, but those are definitely cities that I visit a lot. So today I'm taking a look at the Great Smoky Mountain Wheel. And this is very similar to some of the other Ferris wheels that are popular in various tourist destinations. For example, there's the Orlando Eye, there's the London Eye. There's a lot of these scenic Ferris wheels, but I think this is my favorite one overall. I'm not a big fan of the one in Orlando just because Orlando doesn't really have the geography to really appreciate one of these observation Ferris wheels. You know, when you're in Pigeon Forge on this Great Smoky Mountain Wheel, you've got all these mountains around you, and it's just a lot more interesting to look around and see what's around you. And this is probably my overall favorite one just because of the geography of where it's located. I mean, I totally get why they built one in Orlando. People wanted to be able to see the theme parks from up high, and I guess that's why the helicopter tours are also really popular there, but it's just not the same as this one. This one's just so much better, and I'm going to talk about why. But before I get into that, I want to briefly touch on the admission prices, and it's about what you would expect for one of these big observation wheels. Adults, it runs about $15, and for children, it's about $10. And this Great Smoky Mountain Wheel is located at an area in Pigeon Forge known as the Island, which is kind of this shopping district, kind of set up a little like, I guess, City Walk or the Icon Park down in Orlando. They're very kind of similar ideas where there's a bunch of little smaller museums and amusement rides, boutique shops, all situated within this tourist corridor. The gondolas themselves are air-conditioned, and the wheel is about 200 feet high, and because you're in Pigeon Forge, you're already at a pretty high elevation. You know, not as high as an airplane, but still, you get some amazing scenery just because of the elevation we're talking about. So by now, I think my bottom line is pretty obvious. I think this is probably the best observation wheel I've ever seen, so I definitely am going to give it a good recommendation. If you just visit one observation wheel in the world, this is probably the one I would choose.